Hey everybody, Doug Adams here with Jerry Durham, and we're going to do a webinar about something that Jerry's turned me on to that I'm thrilled to learn more about. This is something that he is an expert in and a topic I know that I'm going to get a ton of value from. And I'd also say that probably 99% of clinic owners are making this mistake. And this could be a critical part of a whole new level of success for most clinics. But before we give a little preview of that material, because we want people to have a little taste of what we're going to talk about, Jerry, give me a little 1 minute synopsis of who you are and why the people watching this can take a lot of value from you.
Yeah, so my name's Jerry Durham. I've been in the physical therapy world for, I believe this is my 33rd year. As I like to tell everybody, I had a full head of hair when I started. This journey for where I am today, the tipping points and the talking points around that are me understanding the value of my team members in what I call patient success and then business success. So what I'm bringing to your group, Doug, in this conversation is my understanding of how the front desk team rolls. And by roles, I mean, right, roles with patient success and how they have all the leverage in creating more patient success in your business, which leads to business success. So that's my background. That's why I'm here. And that's what I'm bringing to this conversation.
That's awesome. That's great. And there's so much value with that. And that seems like a huge area that most practices are really missing out on. And what happens? Like what's the downside of people overlooking the role of that team here? And I think it's pretty easy to turn around too if they just recognize it. So what's going on? What's the downside for those clinics?
So I think the number one thing is, and I put a list together of all these things, but I think the number one thing is the practice owners, the clinic managers not understanding the true roles of your front desk and patient success. And in order to jump to patient success, you must understand that your front desk is not the junk drawer of your business. They're not taskmasters. They're not the place where you just keep adding more tasks. They actually have very significant roles they play in patient success. And there are actually 3 of those roles. And before I get into that, I want to throw a question out to the group to really put their heads in the right space for this. And so I want you to think of this scenario because it's happening in your business today, currently, as we speak right now. Whenever you're listening to this, this is happening. The phone rings. Your front desk person or people pick up the phone, any number of them, and they hear, "Hi, my name is Jerry. I saw you have running analysis. I saw that on your website. I'm wondering how much it is." What they do next is going to make or break the success of that phone call, of that potential client, of that potential patient, right? Either moving into your business and becoming a happy paying customer or not. And I'm not going to tell you how you should respond right now. I'm going to put that into your head that, "Hi, my name is Jerry. I saw you have running analysis. How much is it?" The way you answer that will make or break your whole business. It's the entry point to your business, right?
It's huge. It's even more than your website. That's your front door, right?
It is literally your front door. I always say the website is this brand awareness, right? That is the moment, that moment right there. "Hi, my name is Jerry." That's a potential paying customer raising their hand and saying, "I'd like to do business with you."
Yes. And if you don't know how many of those people you're missing out on, or even how many times this conversation is happening, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table. And when we're in a state of the industry where reimbursements are getting cut and we're hearing more and more and more clinics coming to us and saying, "I need to add diversified revenue to what we're doing because I can't survive on the current model." And we're finally getting to that point where there's enough pain in the industry that it's just everyone's adopting this. If you're not able to take that service that you're offering and have people realize the value, because Jerry, you gave a great quote, right, about that. Do you remember the quote? I could actually, I got it right here.
No, I got it right here. I got it right here.
All right.
It was by a great man, right? It was by a great person. So
Yeah.
price is what you pay. Value is what you get. And I think that should be hanging in the back office of every single physical therapy practice, because it applies to everybody. Not, I'm going to go a little broad here, not just your front desk team. It applies to the providers. By the way, it applies to your billing team. It applies to everybody in the business. And you have to start thinking of what is the value we deliver. So what is the value our patients, our customers, our clients get versus what is the cost to them, right? Because cost is, right? Cost is just what you pay. Value is what you get. I love that quote. And that quote had a big impact on me in this journey with the front desk, right?
Oh yeah. And Warren Buffett's done all right for himself. I think he's doing pretty good. You know,
I think we can say that's a legitimate source, Doug.
Yes. But one other point here, because you said something really important too, that it's the team, right? And this is part of the team, and you can't just get the front desk staff on board. You need to get the whole team on board. So this is really a whole company adoption, and that's huge with it. So I know on the webinar, we're already getting into a lot of great value here, but we're going to go a little bit deeper into those 3 roles, and we're going to talk about your 7-step process for a successful front desk. And we're going to talk about Gate as an example. But if you're not using Gate, or if you're looking for other services, still hop on, because you could insert laser, shockwave, you could insert any of those things and still get a ton of value from this webinar. So Thursday, May 15th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you want to learn more about this, if you want to get your questions answered, hop on. We're going to have a great conversation. I got a bunch of questions that I'm looking forward to, and luckily I get to have your attention here. But even put some of the questions that you're looking for us to cover in comments on this, so that we can know and gear it towards there, so that we're asking some of those things, or hop on. And I can't wait for this conversation.
I want to echo one thing you said, and then I want to add one more, right?
Yeah.
So this is for every practice out there, regardless of if you're contracted, whether you're in network. Yeah. This will work for you. By the way, my most successful clients are my in-network contracted clients. You could be out in network. You could be only taking cash, no contracts. You could be a hybrid model, some in network, some out in network, some Medicare, all of this. I guarantee you with 130% certainty, you will get takeaway from this webinar, right? When we break down the 3 roles of the front desk and we go through my 7-step intake process, you'll be able to, and I'll make sure you have all that, and I'll make sure you have my outline of it. When you drop off the webinar, you'll be able to apply it that day, the next day. I promise you, right? My goal is that you can take action right away. And again, your practice model doesn't matter. And the second thing I wanted to jump in, we're going to talk about RunDNA and how to sell RunDNA. Put your shockwave in there, put anything else. By the way, put physical therapy in there. So this is going to work for everything, regardless.
Jerry, I can't wait for it. So looking forward to it. Please join us. Please sign up, especially if Jerry's going to make some of those resources available. I would definitely be signing up if I were you. And we look forward to it on May 15th, Thursday, May 15th, 8 p.m. And we'll see you all then.
See you then. Bye-bye.
I thought that went great. What do you think? One day.
Great. By the way, I didn't give him the 3 roles, which I still like, because we said we'd do it and it didn't happen. And I was like, no, this is perfect. Yeah. I just wanted everybody to hear it's kind of that peak end role. It was like, I don't care your model, because people are going to look at that.